Welcome, everyone. How's everyone doing? Last day of JNUC? Yeah? Anyone go to the party last night? Yeah? All right. Well, my name's Jordan. I'll be your host, which means just get the pleasure of introducing these people up here. And then we'll do some Q&A at the end, and I'll be running around and passing out the microphone if anyone has any questions. But without further ado, I'd like to introduce Chris, Summer, Dalen, and Nabil.
Thank you so much, and thank you for being here. My name is Nabil. I work at AWS, as I've been working with Chris and Summer with Dalen on a partnership with Jamf and AWS to ensure a secure experience with the procurement of Mac devices. And today we are going to talk about automatic Mac enrollment with Prime benefits. So let's kick in. Thank you. Okay, so let me introduce Chris.
Hey everybody, I'm Chris. I've worked at Jamf for about 9 years. I work currently on the AI team. You might have seen me in previous roles, sales engineering, consulting engineering, or pro services, but happy to be here.
Summer?
Hey, I'm Summer. I work on the AI team. I've worked at Jamf for about 9 years now, jumped around a lot. Like to go through a bunch of stuff on the engineering side mostly. So, yeah.
Thalen?
Yeah, my name's Thalen. I'm a tech biz dev manager on Amazon Business. I also worked a little bit on AWS. Going to be talking a little bit about our new work stream with Amazon Business and Apple Business Manager.
Thank you so much. So let's see the agenda for today's presentation, today's session. So first of all, we are going to talk a little bit of the Jamf AI Assistant. Any user of the Jamf AI Assistant right now? Is everybody aware? A show of hands. Oh, great. We have a few people. And then we are going to talk about Apple Business Manager on Amazon Business, so how this integration works and helps you make life easier to procure and secure Mac from end to end. The benefits as well. And we are going to cover the future of Jamf's AI Assistant. Now I'm going to pass the mic to Summer.
Hey, well, not literally pass the mic yet. So I'm going to just talk about kind of what our AI assistant is built on very briefly. We partnered with AWS quite heavily in building out the AWS or the AI assistant when making it over the past year. So a lot of it was built on the serverless options that AWS has, such as Lambda for our API. DynamoDB is used for our conversation management, so everything there is isolated, but on DynamoDB by key value. And then we use CloudFront for other security to kind of gate all of that and ensure the streaming and all of that works. But at its core, we use Bedrock with Sonnet v4 as our primary model. We also use Haiku for some minor stuff on our tools. So we use little models, agentic stuff in our tools to filter out things, that kind of stuff. And then our RAG system. I won't go into too much detail because this is our data science team. And if you want full detail of that, Lucinda and Chris did it in their talk yesterday, so there's a recording of that. I highly recommend checking that out. But there's a whole RAG system that kind of goes through our knowledge bases, and there's a pipeline. We keep it very up to date, so you guys can get information quickly about your what you want to do in your environment. And then we have everything is on the platform kind of gateway system, so that lets us connect to your environment and make sure we're using that secure system for our AI assistant. So things like the Jamf API or Jamf Pro API are available to us, and we can make calls and know things about your environment and pass that to the assistant, and it can get a nice analysis for that. And we're going to be using the inventory search tool kind of for that, and I'll pass to Chris to kind of go into more detail about how that helps us with this particular use case.
Perfect. Thank you, Summer. So we've seen a number of different demos of the AI Assistant. This is a brand new one that we haven't shown yet. We're going to show you how the AI Assistant can be used to help with your device refresh lifecycle. I'm going to ask a simple question to the AI assistant. Please identify the older computers in my environment that may be eligible for a refresh. I have a smaller environment and thankfully a bunch of old computers, so we should see some devices that get highlighted. Like Summer mentioned, this is using the inventory search tool. It searches through the environment. It's looking at specific criteria. It's definitely looking for Intel Macs. It identifies those as being older and needing replacement. It does identify some older Macs that, between the 4 and 5 year range that might also need replacement as well. So I can ask a simple question to the AI assistant and save time. I don't have to dig through the console. I don't have to create searches. I can actually identify which Macs are the oldest or which Macs perhaps are on lighter resources. Or if the battery is failing on some devices, those devices would be identified as needing a refresh. So at the end, we can even follow up and ask, can I get the end users for all these devices so that we can start templating out emails? And of course, when you have this list, if you're in charge of procurement yourself, you can go through and start prioritizing using the information the assistant has given you, which devices we're going to replace first. And if you are not in charge of procurement, you can just use this list and maybe have the AI assistant help you refine it a little bit more, pass it on to the procurement team. And if you have Amazon Business, that's where I'll pass it to Thalen, or she can tell you how they can really help.
Awesome. Thanks. Thanks, Chris. Do one more. So a show of hands, does anybody know what Amazon Business is? Do you use it? Perfect. Awesome. So it looks like some people use it. For those of you that don't know, Amazon Business is your ultimate solution for streamlined business purchasing. We offer a vast selection, convenience, and the value you already love from like normal Amazon, but tailored specifically for your business needs. You can enjoy exclusive quantity discounts, fast reshipping, and the convenience of recurring deliveries. So whether you need office supplies, industrial equipment, or Apple devices, Amazon Business doesn't just simplify that, it enhances the operations and saves you time and money. So speaking of Apple devices, let me show you how Apple Business Manager makes it even easier to deploy and manage your products across your organization. So for those of you that don't know what Apple Business Manager is, it's a comprehensive zero-touch enrollment system designed specifically for business customers. It revolutionizes how you manage Apple devices at scale through centralized deployment, eliminating the need for physical IT handling. By using ABM, you can effortlessly push apps, manage licenses, and secure devices remotely, all without touching the device. It's enterprise device management made simple and efficient. Now let me show you how to verify your Apple Business Manager account with your Amazon Business account, and how it combines the power of both platforms, offering you even more benefits for your organization. So verifying your Apple Business Manager account with Amazon Business unlocks the benefits that streamline your device management and maximizes your investment. With ABM, you gain simplified management capabilities, allowing you to centrally configure settings, apps, and accounts across all your eligible devices. This centralization translates into significant time and cost savings by reducing IT overhead and helping you avoid overspending on extra inventory. With ABM on AB, you'll enjoy that fast free shipping from Amazon Business on eligible devices with no order minimums, ensuring you get the equipment you need when you need it. As your organization grows, you'll still get that ongoing flexibility to assign or reassign devices to your employees effortlessly. Amazon Business makes Apple device management effortless. After a one-time verification with Amazon Business, all your eligible Mac and iPad purchases will automatically enroll into ABM. No extra steps needed. The seamless integration and process creates a dynamic ecosystem that adapts to your changing needs, providing the agility your business demands in today's fast-paced environment. So now let's take a look at how to do this, how to enroll and verify. And also eligible devices. So this is in the US right now. So in the US, you can enroll both Mac computers running Mac OS 10.9 or later, and iPads running iPad OS 7 or later. These products have to be new, and they have to be shipped and sold by Amazon.com. Now that you know about Amazon Business and Apple Business Manager and these eligible devices, we'll walk through that verification process. So it's just 2 quick steps to get verified. First, you're gonna send your Apple and Amazon Business information to Amazon Business, and once you're verified, you'll get the reseller ID. And then that's pretty much it. Going forward, after that, when you go on the Amazon Business website, you'll be able to purchase through the website, and it'll automatically enroll in ABM and appear in your portal ready to be assigned to your MDM like Jamf. It's that straightforward. You verify once, and you get to enjoy that automated enrollment for all future devices. Now I'll walk through really quickly what that verification process looks like. So for step 1, verifying your ABM account, you'll send an email to it-abservices@amazon.com with a screenshot of your ABM org info page. There's 3 specific things we're looking for. We're going to look for that that Apple Business logo, your business name, and your Apple Business Manager ID. This information helps us verify and begin the enrollment process. Once this is done, you're going to get an email from Amazon Business with the Amazon Reseller ID. This email will also include a customer guide that shows you how to identify eligible devices on the platform. You'll just take that reseller ID, put it in your ABM portal to complete that enrollment, and that's pretty much it. So then when you're purchasing devices on the normal Amazon Business website, you'll just look for in that purple box to the right, it says like ships and sold by Amazon.com. Those are all eligible to be enrolled in that process. So once you complete that purchase and the device ships, it'll automatically appear in your ABM portal ready to be assigned to your MDM like Jamf. So now I'll pass it over to Chris to talk about what that looks like in Jamf Pro.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to start by taking a look at Apple Business Manager, and I'm going to stress the importance of automating your deployments and automating management of devices. There's a very important setting, if you're not aware, in Apple Business Manager. You can assign a default MDM server. You might have multiple MDM servers. That's okay. There can be only one default, of course, and you definitely should have one assigned. The benefit here is that any device that is purchased through Amazon Business, when it gets added to Apple Business Manager, it's going to automatically be linked to an MDM server. Now that is half of the puzzle. The other half is in Jamf Pro, and it's going to be in your pre-stages. Now, once again, if you're not aware, we have pre-stages in Jamf Pro. These help not only enroll the device, but they're going to dictate what the initial configurations are going to be. You will need one for Mac OS, also for mobile devices. And for both of those, we have a checkbox. It's very handy. Sorry, it's very hard to see, but it is to automatically assign new devices. Once you have your automatic assignment in ABM, and you have checked this box in a pre-stage, you're taking care of a very important step of ensuring that any device that is purchased through this process, by the time that it's unboxed, it is absolutely going to be managed. This prevents an unmanaged device being drop shipped to a user in the wild, and then IT having to figure out how to enroll this remotely down the road. So very important that you take care of those 2 steps because automation for managing devices is extra important in 2025. With that, I'm going to pass over to Summer. We're going to talk a little bit about the future of the AI assistant and where things might be headed soon.
All right, the future of the AI assistant. Yeah, so you've probably heard kind of a lot about it over the week, but we're continuing to expand. We want to move to additional products such as Jamf School and others, different ones in the security portals. We're planning on doing that. Enhancements, we want to continue with new tools, specifically in the security space, but also continuing to improve our management tools in the management space. As we get access to more APIs within your environment, we continue to add those regularly. And we want to keep in mind that user in the loop as well. We've had a lot of questions over JNUC about, well, when can it do stuff for me? And we're taking a really careful approach to that because we really want to make sure that you guys are in the loop for every step of that. So if it needs to create something, we want to make sure that you guys are approving it. So we're taking a very careful approach to that, but we really want to make it happen because we know it can be an accelerator for your jobs. So we're looking at that pretty heavily. And if you're familiar with MCPs, it's kind of a talking point in the AI world. It's a way to expose tools to multiple different LLMs. So if you're a company that maybe already has some LLMs approved in your space, you maybe can't get ours approved. This would be a way that you could still kind of utilize some of the tools that we have available in our assistant with your own LLMs. You can connect those up. We have plans to build those out and then expose them to you guys so that you can utilize it that way. So that's kind of a chunk of it. We also plan to, continue to partner with our AWS friends over here to make sure that we're utilizing them and offering things to you guys through AWS as well. So, yeah, I think that kind of covers it. But do you have anything to add, Chris?
I forgot, there's one endpoint that we're going to be adding soon to our tool set. It's the device enrollments endpoint.
Oh, yeah.
And that kind of gives you in the AI assistant, like at the end of this process, the ability to look at your pre-stage enrollments, see what devices maybe just entered the pre-stage and have not yet been enrolled. Alternatively, if you have multiple pre-stages and you have devices in the pre-stage that are not assigned, the box is not checked, you could be made aware of that as well. So after the purchasing process, if you just want to verify, we'll have this tool soon so you can ask the AI assistant, I just purchased these devices, are they ready for deployment?
Yeah, and I should say, like, if you have ideas around things that would be really useful in your environments that you would want AI to do, you can always send us some suggestions through support, but also those thumbs up, thumbs down, you can give us feedback through that as well, and we'll definitely be reading that, so.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your contribution and questions. We have finished our presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask us. We'll be really happy to answer your questions. We have a lot of time for that. Yes. Jordan.
You mentioned the ABM integration for Amazon Business is for North America only today. Do you have a roadmap or timeline for that to go international?
Yeah, that's a good question. This is really the first step of our long journey of figuring out how to have an end-to-end process for IT procurement. ABM right now is in the US. We don't have any roadmap per se, but lots more to come soon. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a huge win for us because we have 100 Macs here in the States and 25 scattered in 30 other countries.
Okay.
So having a single place to go to purchase our Apple devices.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazon Business would be awesome.
Global expansion is a hot topic for all of the things that we're working on, and yeah, more to come, for sure.
We don't use the Amazon as a primary vendor. However, there are situations where a device may need for an executive to be P-carded or something like that. Is there a way to identify a purchase as my company's purchase, even if an individual is using their P-card, and then associate it back to ABM? Because it did come from a authorized reseller that could do that.
Yeah, are you asking about like purchases from Amazon Business, or is it like any purchase from a P-card?
We'll purchase it however you can get it into our ABM. Okay, so one-offs isn't really a thing.
Sorry, I didn't hear what he said.
Oh, I said that I think you would have to extend Amazon Business to the user making the purchase.
Yeah, so it's going to be based on the user, and it's going to be based on the Amazon Business ID. So if the Amazon Business, or if the user is tagged to like your overall Amazon Business ID, that's what connects to your ABM ID.
Right.
Yeah, so
it couldn't be used in a one-off situation where Amazon's not our primary vendor for anything,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But we do have a lot of people who will make a quick purchase. If they were to buy something substantially larger,
Yeah.
it would be great if it got into ABM
Yeah.
instead of having to hunt them down and do it the hard way.
Yeah, for sure. So this is, I think, one of the use cases is like kind of that stopgap to be able to like purchase those ad hoc purchases. So the way that this works is Amazon Business, you're able to have multiple like authorized users or multiple like accounts within the overall Amazon Business org ID. And so if you're able to give that like the main Amazon Business org ID and you tie that to your Apple Business Manager ID through that enrollment verification enrollment process, any of those users who are tagged to that org ID will be able, those purchases will be enrolled through our existing process. Yeah.
Ideally, we get our VIPs to stop using the P cards for these one-off
Yeah.
purchases, but that doesn't happen.
It seems more convenient than them running down to the Apple store and grabbing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because
That's even more.
half the time our exec support will go buy something at our Apple store and then have to ship it somewhere to
Yeah.
get it to somebody.
Yeah.
And then they purchase or not we extend Amazon Business to the exec support team. They now all have Amazon Business accounts. They log in because they are shopping as a business, and now everything's tied back to
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
Amazon Business and thus the ABM. So you need to identify the people that may be making these ad hoc purchases and get them into Amazon Business.
Is everybody in there in agreement?
I mean, I think that would be ideal. Like, get them in the system, that would be perfect. I mean, otherwise, we're looking at, you'll have to lay hands on the device, especially if it gets set up first. Yeah, or use the configurator workflow to get it added to Apple Business Manager. See, I see a lot of head shaking. Nobody wants to do that. I'm not aware of like another way to just get it added ad hoc. So I think the best way would be to just get them to fall in line with the program as best you can with please and thank yous.
So if I'm an executive and I'm accustomed to doing this process where I'm going to go get my device off of Amazon on the consumer side, what is that experience like for them to go back and forth? Because they're not always going to do everything in business. What does that look like? Is it a different portal for them, and do they go log in? What is the experience if I'm an executive
Yeah.
and I want to change my workflow from one to the other, and then maybe go back?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think that there's different logins for Amazon Business and Consumer. So unfortunately, the ABM to Apple Business Manager ID like link, that's on the business side, so we're not able to do that on the consumer side. But this is also really good feedback because we are very much in the process of improving, want to be able to like understand use cases and figure out how to help our customers, right? So.
Yeah, if I had both, I would think a drop down to just say, how am I purchasing this for my business or personal, if my account is tied to that.
Yeah.
But I imagine if I'm logged into my personal Amazon, and that's where I'm buying all my family Macs and iPhones, and then I gotta switch over just for
Yeah.
work, and then I find out I didn't switch over the right way because I gotta go up,
Yeah.
change my instance or whatever. And then the other question is that a separate URL that I could go to log in, or is it all going to integrate the way Amazon does, like cross country? Right, I'm in Germany and I'm in the US.
Yeah.
When I made that move, I had to do a lot of tomfoolery in the Amazon portal.
Yeah.
Just for me on the consumer side. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying, I'm imagining friction
Yeah.
for an executive and like how that would play out.
Yeah, I think, so there's a couple things there. So like the consumer and business differentiator there, I think for this, like the reason why we are sticking to like Amazon Business and ABM like integrated is because we don't want a consumer to accidentally purchase like a family computer on their personal, and then it enrolls into like the company ABM, right? So like I think that's one of the things that we've been like looking into and like trying to figure out. Also this is right now only in the US, so we are looking into global expansion, as I said earlier, but we're still trying to figure out what that experience is gonna look like and the click-throughs and the friction, but understood, yeah.
Right. I just think a lot of users aren't going to sign in and sign out with different usernames, because how often do you log in and out of your Amazon account?
Do you have an offering for this executive device management? Is there any differentiated pathway within Jamf application?
No, it's all the same path.
It's like great feedback though, right? And that's why we're here. We like just launched, we launched this a couple months ago. We want to understand more use cases. We want to be able to incorporate customer feedback into what we're launching next. And so this is like really great information to take back to my team and as we're looking into driving this forward, so.
I saw your mouth, sorry. No apologies, all questions are good questions.
Yeah.
And I love the hat, by the way. Yes.
Thank you, guys. This would have been a great solution for something that happened to me just like 2 days ago. So my company is pretty small. We're all remote. We have about 100 or so employees, and someone in our contracts department, their laptop just kind of bit the dust, didn't want to start up, and we do have spare laptops, but I am the IT department, and I am here. So obviously, like I snuck out in one of the sessions, did my best to be able to figure out what's going on. I got an appointment at the Apple store. We came up with a temporary solution, but I'm not at home to be able to mail out a laptop, and they were thinking, all right, well, if we're going to buy one, what's a good way to get one in someone's hands? Currently, we do direct purchase with Apple. We use Apple Business Manager. We're doing pre-stage enrollment. The zero touch is great. Can you add the Amazon Business as like a secondary option? Can it be in there? I'm getting some head nods.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
One of the cool benefits about this, I would think, would be depending on your time in your area, like potentially like same-day delivery. So if you do that, how long does it take, for it to populate in Apple Business Manager? Like if, I won't like hold you to anything. I'm just thinking it out, like if I find that like, somebody needs an emergency laptop replacement, and I can get it to them the same day, and it can be in Apple Business Manager, and it can go through that enrollment period. Is that time usually like once I make the purchase, does it get in there in like a couple hours, or is it something that's more so in that standard Prime delivery date range?
That's a super good question. So the enrollment process happens through our existing like fulfillment process. So the direct integration and secure integration with Apple, that happens systematically. So when you purchase, the appeal is that by the time you receive it, it should be already enrolled in ABM. I don't hold me to like a timeline. I'm going to take that back, and I'll get your information and I'll confirm that. But yeah, the appeal is that you get the Prime shipping experience with like this automatic true zero touch enrollment with ABM.
Yeah, because that would be a great either primary or secondary option, especially. So thank you.
Yeah, like if you have that issue, we can talk. I can like help you get verified, and you can buy that computer today. No, it's okay.
Hey, Raj. I had a question about the Jamf Chat AI Assistant. Is there a functionality within Jamf that can identify like a break-fix computers or error logs for devices that could potentially need replacing?
You want me to take this one?
Yeah.
Okay, I think in Jamf Protect it definitely would, because we have the telemetry logs there where you could take all of the application logs and also system log to identify if we are getting a lot of errors, especially if they're critical errors. You'd be able to service that pretty easily. And then we would be able to use the AI assistant to search through telemetry logs to identify which devices are getting lots of errors, and we could highlight or prioritize those, or at least look into them to see if maybe laying hands on the computer will fix it, or if it actually needs a replacement.
Cool. All right. I had another question, Amazon question. So if you do partner with Amazon, part of this program, is there like a spend limit where you would drop off after a certain while, or if you go dormant for, let's just say, a few months, does that status change, or are you pretty much locked in as soon as you sign up?
Are you talking about like being able to purchase the computers on Amazon Business?
Right, correct.
Yeah, so the appeal is also that it's like you have the ability for it to be ad hoc. So it's like a verify once, and then all your future purchases will be enrolled in that ABM account. So there's no minimums, there's no maximums. Like it's a true, like, we're trying to emulate that Amazon experience with the Prime benefit
Sweet.
shipping experience.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just wanted a second on the global thing. Like,
Yeah.
it would be so huge.
Yep.
Like, if that's the #1 priority on your list, it's probably it.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's say I purchased a Mac a year ago, but today I'm doing the Apple Business Manager integration. Can you retroactively go back and put historical purchases into my Apple Business Manager?
Would that purchase already be in ABM or
In this case, probably not.
no?
But something
So-
we want to go back and have. We want next time it's wiped, next time it goes through the process, we'd like it to be in there so that it goes through the proper channels next time and gets enrolled.
Yeah, so I think we don't retroactively put, I have to confirm this, but I don't believe we retroactively enroll in ABM. So if you already have the device with you and it didn't go through pre-verification enrollment process, you would have to put that in manually. But then going forward, let's say like there's a life cycle and you need to like buy a new and replace that. If you purchase that new device on Amazon Business and you're enrolled, then that's going to go through that process and go on to ABM.
Because I know some vendors will do that for you. You reach
Oh.
out and give them the serial number, hey, I purchased this
Yeah.
however many months ago, and then they can go back and then put it
Okay.
into your instance.
Yeah, no, that's super good to know. I'll take that back. Yeah, thank you.
Any final questions at all? All right, well, just give a hand for Chris, Summer, Thalen, and Nabil. Thank you very much for coming.
All right.
Cool, thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.